Hello, my friends. Short break, switching from German to English. Thursday evenings is always a challenge for me. So, hi Yvonne, thank you for joining me. Hi Manhasem. So, my friends, thank you for joining me. My name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden. Cheers, coffee, Anja. Hi Nina, I'm a primary retailer for Flexible over here in Frankfurt in Germany. I carry WoodUBend, I carry Grace on Design, Decoupage Papers, I carry Iron Orchid Designs, loads of great products. Hi Linda, thank you for joining us. Hi Jill again, hi Ute. Oh guys, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. So happy that you're back with me again. I have to rethink. This is I had like just before that the live in German, so this is sometimes I'm going crazy. So let's see what we do with this little table here. We had some beautiful decoupage from Grace on Design, the poppy petals. And now we want to paint the rest of the table. Last time we added some WoodUBend. That was short notice. I wanted to put some paint or some colors on there last week. But then I decided that I want to add also some WoodUBend. So that's what we've done last week. And today we are starting to work with some paint colors. So I've got salmon gravy here, just maybe to brighten it up a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Let's see. I have Florida orange, I have muscadine wine, I have daisy, I have honky tonk red, and I have barn red, which is going to be our base color. A very professional lid. This is one lid I broke by banging it on the floor. And I'm just gonna, that's right, I'm showing you this beautiful decoupage paper. So we also done that in a live 2 weeks ago. So if you want to check that out, I just said in the German live also. I do have a YouTube channel. It's not very professional, but all the videos, all the lives are on there also. So it's sometimes easier to find the videos because they're all there, I know on Facebook, there's like other things in between, and it's sometimes, and when somebody commented on something, it's like from the date, it's totally mixed up. So it's easier. Hi Michelle. It's easier when you pop over to the YouTube channel. Leave, how do you say it? Don't leave, not leaving a like there. What do you do on YouTube to? I'm lost. It's gonna come back to my mind. Where's my translator? Michelle, please help. So, thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Jill. Okay. Okay, let's continue basically the base color, which is our barn red. It's not much left, so it's not much left. There's not much room here either. And we're just going to do that very quickly. I'm just grabbing, as we're probably going to have a little bit of texture anyway, I'm just grabbing one of my Da Vinci French tip brushes. And as there's only a tiny little bit left in here, I'm mixing it with the brush at the moment. So thumbs up. Yeah. Or give me a follow exactly, a follow on the YouTube channel. So that's probably the right thing. So spindles and table legs. I prefer painting with a round brush anyway. So I'm just going to do that very quickly. You can see how quickly you can do that. So if I would go for a complete smooth finish, I would use one of my synthetic brushes, I would use the either the one of the ovals or the round ones. So, and this one has natural bristles. Still, it gets the paint on pretty smooth. You don't need much paint. The chalk mineral paints by Decoupage are very rich in color, so you don't need much paint. And as this is going to be a little bit of layered and things, so let's see. Get through here quickly. This is barn red. Don't know if I said that. This is barn red, which is beautiful, not too bright red. There's like a honky tonk red we have also, which is really bright in color. Thank you, Anya. Yes, I know you also left a comment there, remember. So. When it comes down to the WoodUBends, as there's sometimes, I mean, this one is okay, but yeah, sometimes when you have the ornaments or something like that, they are pretty intricate. So it's sometimes a little tricky to get into all those details. I just, you know, sprayed a little bit with water, and then the paint floats easier into those crevices and details of the WoodUBend. Dab it on there a bit. Swirly motions to make sure that all the areas are covered. This is a very quick process, as this is not about, you know, I don't mind if we have like brush strokes and something like that. That's perfectly fine for the look we're going with this piece. Well, you will discover when you use the Decoupage paints, as they are self-leveling, you know, even when you try to work in some brush strokes, that they level themselves out during the drying process. So this is also the reason why you should, you see a lot of us artists using the heat gun or a hair dryer in between. This is basically only because we want to get going and give you something to see. They dry quick anyway, so when you do the projects yourself, just let the paint dry on its own. Just make sure I've got everything covered, but you can see how quickly we're gonna go around here. This is there's only a tiny little bit left of that paint. As I said, that jar, I broke the lid one day by banging it on the floor to get it open, and yeah, that wasn't a good idea. So I just wrapped a plastic bag around it and put the rubber band onto it. So that was fine. Also works as a lid. So if that happens to you, or you're a messy painter like I am, who is a messy painter like I am, and your lid is so crusty that you can't get it back on, and you just use a plastic bag. That works perfectly. So, one almost. Almost. I want to have it all covered. By the time I'm around, let me get those brushes out of the way because they're probably going to be covered in barn red, which I don't want at the moment. So there we go. Almost through. And then we can basically start with the next layer. This is our base now. This is our base now. There is, if you're wondering why there's white underneath, this piece was slick sticked as it was very, very shiny. It was like one of those really shiny pieces. And I was thinking about sanding, but I ended up slick sticking that one. I had another piece I started on Tuesday at Decoupage, which is also a little table. There's a transfer gonna go on, and that one I ended up sanding because when I sanded that one, it was turned out that it's a bleeder. So I would have had to put slick stick and boss on there, and as I didn't want to use those, basically I sanded that one and put boss on there. So, but as this one wasn't a bleeder, I basically just slick stick that. So let's check. That's quickly done. It's lovely, that red, isn't it? Subscribe, that's it. Subscribe. Thank you, Michelle. I know Michelle is my translator, so exactly. Oh, Anya, where can I earn more money? To be honest, at the moment, I'm not earning money anywhere. So this is all in the build up. So, but I'm grateful for every follow and subscriber I'm getting at the moment. So we are working at it. So, but that's sweet for asking. So, Dankeschön, Ute. Ja, das Bahnrett finde ich auch so traumhaft schönes, tolles Rot. Mag ich sehr gerne. So, hier oben noch ein bisschen was ausbessern. Da hatten wir schon mal beim letzten Mal den ersten Coat. So. Das ist alles ein zäher Prozess. Okay. And I smashed that jar, which is about a year ago. So as I'm, trying to use a lot of colors, or showing you different colors and not using the same colors in each project. There was still like a little bit left in here. And even there was just like a tiny bit left and the lid was broken, this is still perfectly fine to use. If it's, if the paint gets a little too thick for your taste. Just add a little bit of water to it, and there we go. So, oh, darling. Okay, got that. So I'm going to dry that quickly, and then we're going to let the fun begin. I'll leave that in here. I'm going to mix my other colors up first to use chalk vinyl paints, VOC free. Dankeschön, Michelle. Thank you, Jill. That's great. Florida orange, beautiful, beautiful, sunny orange, sundowner. So beautiful color. I love that color. So let's get another French tip type of brush. That's the style I'm doing with this one. I'm just like scraping it off that spatula because I don't want to waste any paint. Mix them up first. Dry baby wipe. That's not good. Muscadine wine, I'm not too sure if I'm going to. Maybe, well, I probably will, just to calm that a little down. So muscadine wine is like a rich burgundy red. Another Frenchy tippy. Again, I'm just picking the paint up as the, oops, that's my brush. Fresh baby wipe. So when you use those paints, and what I'm going to do now, it is better if you just pour a little of the paint into or onto a plate and work like that. So you're not contaminating basically your paint, which I'm probably going to do in a minute a little, but no worries. Really good. And I've got Daisy. Daisy is like a spring yellow, beautiful color. So the reason you should mix those up nicely is because they are water-based, and you want to make sure that that all the ingredients are mixed nicely so that they basically develop their full strengths. Okay, there we go. Lovely color. Got to be careful, that table is very small. Just grab another French tip brush. This is again one of my Da Vinci artists. This Da Vinci is a German brush maker. They, mostly do artist brushes, but they also do those French tip brushes, and I like those a lot. Who likes French tip brushes? Who likes French tip brushes? When you tune in later, say hi to me, guys. And you can also, which always makes me happy, if you distribute this video, sprinkle the love, sprinkle the colors. Okay. The salad gravy we just had mixed. There's only a tiny little bit left in here now, because I basically done that. Let's see if you can see. Can you see that? Can you see that? There we go. That's where we're just working on in the German life. So, and that's where we've worked with sea spray, and I've used the solid gravy as a base for that. Okay, so that was basically already mixed, and there's only a tiny little bit left. Get another French tippy. And this is going to be I'm not worried that it's not dry actually, because this is going to be a layered thing anyway. So that's there. And now let's get going. I'm just basically putting the paint colors down randomly. And gonna come in with the other colors. Just mixing them together, highlighting the whole thing. As I said, if you don't want to contaminate your paints, I would recommend to pour those in a separate container. I'm working very careful in the jar, so hopefully it'll be not too bad. Basically going to do that all the way around. No real pattern, just basically randomly where I think I want to have like the colors and go from there. That's what I have in mind for this one. And just basically blending those in a dabbing technique together. You can use some water. The moment I'm fine like this. If the paint gets too dry and I feel that I'm not getting the effect I want to have, I'm going to add some water, but at the moment I'm fine like this. And I'm just going in a dabbing motion. You can see you can also blend colors, you know, by dabbing those. That works beautifully. It's a very simple technique. It gives you a little bit of a textured and a cloudy look. Go. So this is one of my first French tip brushes. So this has been cleaned so many times, and when they reach their age, they're losing their bristles. That's the way it is. You know, then it's time to say goodbye to them. That's the way it is. But when they're new, they are really, really good. I love them. But this one is one of my first ones, so it's starting to lose the bristles now. Be right at the front again, guys. I'm just doing quickly the back here. I don't want to. I know when I turn the thing around too much, you know me, I'm going to throw everything down. So be patient. I will be right at the front. I'll be right at the front. And I'm going right over the daisy with the Florida orange, you know, because I want to mix those together basically. That's what I am doing. There's a bristle there. Don't want to have. Oh, I think this one had its days. Let's see. And as I said, you're going to get like a little bit of a textured look at the same time. This technique. So let's see, that was the Florida orange. If I want to go a little darker, I'm going to get the muscadine wine. Now I'm going to get the, where's the honky tonk red? Nobody moves. Nobody moves. Anybody seen where I put the honky tonk red? I just had that. Let's check for some questions. Did I have a pet cow? Thank you, Anya. Actually, oh, there it is. Pretty funny, or maybe not funny. I don't know. I've grown up in Frankfurt. So as a child, I've grown up in Frankfurt, big town, and I haven't seen a living cow till I was about 6 years old. So that was very exciting. That's probably the reason I love animals that much. You know, we had a dog at the time. I grew up with a dog. It was like what are they called in English? It's a poodle, but it was like a king size poodle. Do you have king size poodles? I don't know. So I've grown up with a dog, and but the first cow I saw, there was basically a girl. I was about six or seven, because that I went with my friend from school. Her parents built a house on the land side, and I was allowed to go out or go over there with her when they were building for a weekend. And that was the first time I've seen a living cow. And I'll never forget that, because, you know, they've been like standing around there in there, you know, it was like a fence around. And I'm like, oh, there's a cow. And I'm running up there, and I'm, you know, touching that fence. And it was one of those electric fences. So I'll never forget that, you know, I got like an electric shock. I was like, okay, that's my first cow. So that's probably, you know, maybe it's the reason I like this this textured look, basically. So let's get another Frenchy tippy. That's a tiny one, isn't that cute? That's a tiny one. So I don't know if you really wanted to hear that story, but I told you anyway. I told you anyway. Where's my water, guys? Where's my water? There. I'm just okay. Same thing. Now I'm going to get, I've been talking too much. I'm going to get the little bit of Florida orange. A little bit of honky tonk red. Honky tonk red is a very bright red, so I quite like that. And that's going to mix that together. And that's the reason I didn't dry the barn red underneath because I don't actually mind it being a little, still a little wet, because that'll mix together nicely. How does it look? There's a car that touched the electric fence. Yeah, that was exactly the story. And I discovered on that weekend that I'm highly allergic to any plant which is alive. So, you know, being in a safe town before, you know, I never got in contact with plants and stuff like that. So this was a real experience. Hay fever and everything. So a little bit of daisy in there to brighten that up. A little bit of Florida orange. Just gonna give it a nice bristle, a nice textured look. I'm gonna need gotta get those jars a little bit out of the way because I need to get to those legs. Let's see. There we go. Thank you, Michelle. So this is giving it a bright another bristle. So get a little bit more of the orange in there. I think I've got to get the daisy with the honky tonk is getting like a rosy color, which I don't really want to have. I want to have a bit of a burnt color. So, burnt color. Orange down there. Now you can see where I'm going with this red cow. I'm gonna get another. This, you can see this. I mean, this is so worn out now. This is one of my first French tip brushes, so you know, I've seen better days. It's going right into the bin. Right into the bin. Another one. So when I say one of my first French tip brushes, this is about, you know, this is over a year old now. And there's a time for everything, so this is gotta go now. Honky tonk. I like the brightness of the honky tonk in there. Don't know if you can actually see that properly. Shall I bring you a little closer? A little closer, a little further down. bit better. I'm just going in a dabbing motion just around to get those colors together. Orangey one. Orangey. Let's see. I'm not going to use too much of the honky tonk, I think. This is just to brighten it up a little. Let's get to the muscadine wine. Just to, let's see how that looks in there. Let's see what that looks like there. If you like it or if you don't like it, let's see. Honky tonk. So this is going to be then the right thing. So it's not too honky tonk itself is too bright, but together with the muscadine wine gets a nice toned down look. Orangey. Bristle. There we go. This is the look we're going for. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Jill. Thank you so much, my friends. Turn it a little. Oh, it's left loads of bristles there. Let's get those down. A little bit of daisy. Here, a little bit down there. Orange, orange. Here's my orange brush. Let's see. This is my orange one. They're so contaminated now, the brushes, I can't even make out which one is which. Oops. Down. Orange. Orange. Okie donk. And you do that game till you are at a state where you think, oh yes, that's it. I like that. I'm thinking if I'm going to add some seal it with some wax. I'm not quite sure yet what's going to be done with that. Not quite sure. So I'm not using the salmon gravy. I don't think I need that in here. I don't want to brighten that up anymore. It's perfectly fine like this, I think, with those colors. For my taste anyway. A little bit of muscadine wine down here. And soften that with the honky tonk. Tone that down. More. This is a fun effect. And this is so easy to do because those colors basically move into each other almost like magic. Orange. So. Nina, I think I'm going to put the link into the description later on, so just look out for it. So, or if you go to, oops, bam. If you go to my website, I've got at the bottom of the page of the website itself, I have all the social media I'm at. So, look at this. It just looks quite cool, I think. What do you think of that? This in combination with the top, I think this is going to look quite cool when it's finished. Shall we finish that together? I think we still have a couple of minutes, don't we? It's only 45 minutes. So, my friends, tell me what you are doing. There. Bit of the top there. Which projects you are working at? We had quite some. Thank you, Jill. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Oh, you're great. You're a star. You're a star, Michelle. Florida orange. So you see, I'm working basically you know, my colors from light to dark and the other way around, you know, because I do want to move them into each other basically. And this gives them this this cloudy effect basically. This area is a little dry. I'm just gonna get that a bit. So we're having 3. No, I don't like that. I just water that brush. I don't like that effect. I like it a little drier. All 3 tables we're just working at, or 2 tables, sorry. They are having all the different effect basically. The other table we started on Tuesday, there's like crackle on there and stuff. Which we'll continue on Tuesday. And dry so quick. Too quick for my taste at the moment. Daisy. Honky tonk. Almost like fire, like flames. Flame colors, they are. And this a bit line. Just a bit there. Honky tonk over it. This is just playing around, guys. This is so much fun. Because it's, you know, it's so great to see the effect, you know, you're creating with the colors moving into each other. Almost looks like flames, like rusty. Oh, to my European friends, you know we can't get the Dixie Belle Patina collection over here, but I managed to get it from Miss Lillian's. So they do the same thing. I didn't have a chance to work with it yet, but I know it's working. Obviously other people tried that. So this, I need a little bit more dark up there. That's too bright for my taste. Just go Right. And this is the nice thing about the chalk mineral paints. As they are water-based, you know, you can reactivate basically the paints, and that's going to look really nice. I like that. I think I do like that. I hope you like it too, guys. Hope you like it too. I'll bring that a little closer. This is like a burnt, fiery, heavy little table. This is solid. Ooh, I'm just dropping down in a second. This is solid wood, so it's orange. Orange. Anybody still there? Anybody talking to me? Ob ich das schon ausprobiert habe, mit den Farben jetzt so nicht nehmen. Das ist, ganz ehrlich, viele Sachen habe ich ja so eine Vorstellung im Kopf und probiere das dann einfach aus. Und dann kommt es noch dazu, dass ich gar nicht so viel Zeit habe, Ute, das immer noch mal auszuprobieren. Aber ich weiß so in etwa, wie die Farben reagieren, und von daher gesehen. Ute just asked me, which is a very good question, if I tried this before, and I didn't. I had this idea in my mind. I knew which look I'm going for. I know how the paints react. So that's basically. I've done similar techniques. So this is not a new technique I'm using. I just haven't done it with those colors yet. But I think they turn out pretty nicely. But the technique is not new, so I've done that before. It's but even so, a lot of things, as I don't have like that much time, a lot of ideas I have, because I do my lives almost, always in the evenings, and during the day I can't paint at the shop. I don't have the space to paint there. I always do that basically in the evening together with you. So that's basically then when I try it out. This is trial and error. A lot of things are that's what I want to do. That's what I have in mind. And honestly, what I'm doing here is this is not difficult. This is playing with the paints. And you don't need to be scared of the paints, guys. If you don't like it, you just paint over it. And you can see how beautifully you can work those paints. I mean, this is just gorgeous. This is just fun working with them. This is just fun working with them. So there's some, there need to be some paint in there. Let's get our barn red. hasn't been covered good enough. Done that just now. So now guys, we are almost now. I think that's fine now. But I'm almost finished anyway. You can see basically the look we were going for. A little bit orangey here. Daisy orange over it. By dabbing it onto each other, you know, it moves the paint together. That's what's happening. So we get this beautiful cow effect, how Michelle calls it. So, okay. Put those here. No. I'll put those right onto the floor. That's probably better before I drop everything. I just want to bring that a little closer to you. So this is basically, so that's the top colors, and that's basically where we went with at the bottom. This is basically where we're going. Oh, heavy little bugger. Heavy little bugger. Turn it this way around. I quite like this side. Quite like this side. My friends, I hope you like that too. I hope you like that too. Okay, Instagram. Gonna do this bit here and around the top here a little, and I think then it's going to be finished. My friends, I thank you so much for being with me. I hope you like that. For those who don't know me, my name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfen Helden, primary retailer for Decoupage over here in Frankfurt in Germany. I carry Grace on Design, Decoupage Papers, WoodUBend, Posh Talk products, Da Vinci Artist brushes, Miss Lillian, so loads of beautiful things. So I would be happy to help you out if you need any help. If you have any questions, just contact me, write it into the comments if you want to, tag me so I know that you had a question. And otherwise, I will see you on next Thursday. I'm wishing you a lovely weekend. I thank you so much for being with me. If you haven't done it yet, pop over to my page, leave me a like there. Also on my YouTube channel, Michelle put the link up there. Thank you so much, Michelle. That's so sweet. Thank you. I'll see you next week. You have a great weekend. Take care, guys. Bye. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.